Hello, welcome to another episode of Babble the Boba. Today we have a special guest, May. Yay! Would you like to introduce yourself to the chat?
Hello everybody. My name is May. I hope you guys can hear me. What to say? I'm from Canada. I am legal. uh, I've already graduated undergrad, so I am no longer in school. I'm working full time. I am a cosplayer. I've been cosplaying for quite a few years. This is my eighth year cosplaying.
Wow.
Yeah, so I started in 2015, so I've been cosplaying for a while. What else? I don't know. I like to sing. I like to attempt to draw, and then it's never up to what I visualize and then give up. Uh, what else? I kind of dabble a little bit in K-pop, not really. And I don't know, I like dance, music, all that good stuff. I don't know. Anything else?
I don't know. It's your introduction.
Yeah, I think it's covers the majority of what
So,
about
as a
myself.
cosplayer, what got you into cosplay?
Got me into cosplay. I was in grade 9 in high school, and then we had an anime club. They had an annual trip to Anime North, which is one of is the biggest convention in Canada in Toronto, and I was like, oh, like what is this like anime con, like what is it about? And I like looked it up, and I was like, oh, this looks like so much fun. Um, at the time, I think although my anime club had an annual trip, they didn't actually go through with one the year I went the first time.
Oh.
And so I actually convinced my parents to bring me because I was like, I still really want to go. And so I ended up going, and I thought it was necessary to cosplay at a con. Like, I didn't know that you could just like show up normally, but I was like, oh, you have to cosplay. Or I don't know if I thought I had to, but I feel like somewhere in my mind was like, oh, I see all these people, like, because all the pictures you see at cons are like of the cosplayers, right? So you're like, oh, you had to wear a costume or whatever. So I thought I had to. Actually, the first person I wanted to cosplay at the time, because it was 2013, is I wanted to cosplay Asuna from Sword Art Online. That was actually the first thing I wanted to cos. But then when I looked online and I looked at the price of it, it was like $100, and I was like, for grade 9, I was like, that's really expensive. I don't have money for that. Like, I'm not gonna ask my parents, and so I didn't end up like getting it. So, but I ended up. So my first cosplay was Amu from Shigochara. Her like schoolgirl outfit, and I actually got my mom to make it for me. So part of it was like a cause, yeah, and part of it was like made. So I got my mom to make the parts that I couldn't find like out like normally. So she bought some plaid fabric and made the skirt for me, and she also made like the leg warmers for me. And then I remember buying like on eBay like the little heart amulet, and then yeah, that was what I got. And then I went to a thrift store to get this like really thick black belt with like a bunch of like rivets in it because that matched what she had. I remember borrowing my sister's like blazer because my sister is older than me, so she had like a bunch of stuff in her closet. I didn't have the best clothes, so I ended up stealing that from her. And then it all came together. So yeah, that was my very first cosplay. I remember not styling my wig because I was quite afraid of cutting it, and I didn't really know how. So I just like whipped the bangs to the side and was like, that's it. I wore flats instead of like schoolgirl shoes because I was like, I don't have the shoes. I'm not gonna buy a new pair.
Fair.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I did my makeup for the first time I cosplayed. I was thinking, I was like, if I'm going out, I'm making a look. I gotta do my makeup. And my sister did the first day so my sister went with me for the first time I went to Anime North just because I didn't have any friends coming with me. But like she did my makeup, I think the first that weekend that I went. But over the years, eventually I learned how to do it myself. And honestly, if it wasn't for cosplay, I would not know how to do my own makeup. I had no motivation to do so because I don't normally do my makeup during the week or on normal days. And so like unless it was for special occasions, which I could normally get her to do for me, yeah, like I had no motivation otherwise.
What is your favorite cosplay and your least favorite cosplay?
My favorite cosplay. Oh, hold on. I want to pull up my folder just because I've cosplayed a lot. I've cosplayed like I think I'm at 80 characters right now
Oh my gosh.
over the years. Yeah, I used to because I only went to 2 cons a year, two or 3 cons a year, and so during the 2 big cons I went to, I'd always like stuff like 6 to 7 cosplays over a weekend. So like this is the only time of the year I get to wear this.
I'm sorry, what? 6 to 7 in one weekend?
Yeah.
Did you? Oh my gosh, you were one of those people.
Yeah, I was one of those. Like
halfway
we went
through
real
the
hard.
day. Like you were one of
You
those
know
people.
it. You know
oh my
it.
gosh.
I went hard. Yeah.
I was like, I remember going, like, trying to do that, and what happened was, like, I had to have my mom bring it over from the hotel. In the end, I think I did change, but I didn't even go to the event that I was changing for. I was like, at this point, I'm fine. You know what? It's fine.
But you didn't go?
Like,
you didn't go?
I didn't go to, like, the panel, sorry. The panel.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, no, that sucks.
All good. I still had fun.
Yeah, so I'm definitely one of those people who makes the most out of my weekend, so I wear like 6 to 7 costumes. I normally arrive on Thursday evening, so we dress up Friday morning and Friday afternoon. So like there's extra day or so. So yeah, we normally take like Friday off school or work or whatever. So I'd arrive. That's 2 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. That's 5. Sometimes I dress up on Thursday. So that's 5, but sometimes I do 3 on Saturdays, or sometimes I do 1 on Thursday night. So it really depended.
Thursday night? Is there like a 4th day at the convention sometimes?
Nope. He literally just showed up. Oh, sometimes I'd wear 2 on Sunday. But like a lot was really hard because normally on Sunday you're checking out of the hotel, and so like your stuff's all like put away in concierge before, so you can't really get it or change. So normally I just like wear.
Usually Sunday's like a lazy day, right?
Yeah. It's the day I scour the artist alley for the first time all weekend, even though I've had a pass, and then the only time I ever use my pass all weekend. I paid $50 literally just to go in and spend more money. That's literally.
Oh my god.
my con money, I don't go panels. I don't really go. Actually, it depends. So Anime North, I don't do any panels, don't do any events really. I only go to the artist alley at the very end of the con. It's mostly just the lobby con around in the parking lot, see people, do do shoots, and you know, get your picture taken. That's the majority of what I do at Anime North. But at Otakuthon, I do a lot of the events. So I go to like concerts, go see voice actresses, all that jazz. So, but Otakuthon always has a better lineup of things to do, and you also need a pass to stand in the like lobby area because they've changed like the boundaries of it. Like a few years ago, they changed the boundaries, so you can't really loiter there anymore. You have to have a badge to be like in the general area of it. So, like you actually need. So I do. But Otakuthon is just like 10 times better. And so I would like.
Didn't you also say that YetiCon was better too?
Yeah, so YetiCon is like Colossal Con in the States, where it's like a retreat con. It's basically like party con for a lot of people. You like show up in swimsuit causes and hang out in the hot tubs and stuff, and just hang out with your friends and get drunk. Yeah, it's a party con essentially. I've never been. Okay, let's premise. I've never been, but my friends have. So 2 years ago.
What? I thought you went to YetiCon because you
No, I haven't
recommended
been.
it to me, and I was like, wait.
Well, my friends recommend it, and I've also seen like a lot of pictures and stuff, and so like, I believe my friends. They really enjoy it, so I'd say.
In the future, can we go together?
Yeah, for sure.
I always wanted to go to a convention with you.
Oh, well, we can definitely go to a few next year when one's here. Alberta opened up again.
Yeah, can we go to Oda Fest together? I love Oda Fest.
Yeah. Is that the one in Calgary?
Yeah, Calgary.
Yeah. So, I'm excited to see what
I love the community in Oda Fest.
Like,
and oh my gosh, like, the volunteers there are actually so cheerful and helpful to me.
Yeah, I feel like it's the same with Otakuthon. Like Otakuthon, the volunteers are very like well trained. Not like just well trained, but they're just nice. Like they're if they don't know the answer, like they'll direct you to the right place. But like if you're doing something stupid or wrong, like they're not like super angry at you. Like they're just like pretty nice about it. Like I don't know how to explain it. But yeah.
I feel kind of bad
That's
saying this,
stuff.
but all I know is that at Onofest, they were less intimidating and they smiled a lot more.
Yep. Well, I mean, that contributes to the con experience, right? Like when you are being yelled at by some staff member, like you're just like
Like,
you kind of get like
yeah,
right?
the thing is,
Like-
I've never actually been, like, yelled at. Like, I've been, like, scolded, but not yelled at.
I think I haven't been yelled at per se, but it's just like especially when I go to special events like concerts or like special like signings or for autographs and stuff like that. That like you'll have staff that are a bit more serious and like uptight because they're managing like somebody famous, right?
Yeah,
and so,
true.
like, you need to manage the crowd properly. So I get that in that sense, but like they've always been pretty nice about it at the same time.
What's the
It's
coolest
understandable.
concert you've ever been to in a convention?
Oh, I really I think it was 3 years ago in 2018, Otakuthon. They had Fauna come as a
Mm-hmm.
guest. Fauna sang the opening for Fate Kelly the Blind or Prisma Ilia. For what's it called? They sing what's it called? Dragon Maid.
Mm-hmm.
Kobayashi-san's Dragon Maid opening. So like the maid singer, she has a very high pitched voice. It's so high. I'm like, oh my gosh, like how does somebody have such a high voice? So she sings at a very high pitch, but like their songs are boppy, they're really fun, they're cute. I really like them, and so that was probably the best memory of going to that con. And I remember lining up after the concert for an autograph, and I was dressed as Ilya from one of the animes they had done an opening to, and one of the members, like I think it was like the drummer or something, he was like, "Oh, it's Ilya-chan." I was like, so that was pretty exciting. I think that was the best concert.
Oh.
If my dream concert I'd love to see is someone from Warkure.
Mm-hmm.
They're from Macross Delta, so the Macross series, and Lisa is
Oh yes, Lisa.
Lisa is a queen. Ever since Sword Art released in 2013, she's always been like my number one J-pop
Oh my
artist.
gosh, I love what was it? Crossing Fields.
So, yes. Okay, back to your original question. I know we kind of make a whole spiel around it. My favorite cosplay?
Yes, and your least favorite.
Oh, okay. Oh, my favorite cosplay. Hard. Because there's the ones I've bought and there's ones I've made, but there's ones that are comfy. The ones that aren't comfy, but I like the look. So it's like
Fair.
trying to figure out the mix here. I'd still say my Emilia from Re:Zero is probably one of my favorite cosplays.
Oh, I have a friend who really likes Amelia.
Yeah, she is. I don't know why at the time I thought it was a good idea to make the costume when I could have bought it. I think I saw all the ones online and I was like, this isn't it. I'm gonna make it myself. And after making it, I was like, why did I do this to myself? I should have just bought it.
Oh no. Oh,
Yeah, it was a big struggle.
yeah, but I think I'm gonna just buy the Violet Evergarden cosplay.
Yeah, I
'cause
don't like that.
It looks like a hassle.
It is. Yeah, I know that because Violet's costume itself is very detailed.
Yes.
And there's a lot of like specific, like you need a lot of, like you need to be using velvet and stuff, and like that's expensive alone as a fabric, so buying it pre-made is like probably your best bet.
Yeah, I'm also
cost
just
efficient.
gonna, if I'm gonna cosplay some Genshin characters, I'm just gonna buy them too.
Yeah,
However, I do want to make Klee's cosplay though. That one I will make, but I will buy her props. Her props I will not make. I refuse to make those.
Yeah.
I'm buying those. No. I also
I buy props too.
Honestly, I hate how people also gatekeep saying like, "Oh, why didn't you make your cosplay?" Like, it's
Hmm.
okay to buy stuff. Like, stop
Hmm.
shaming people for it.
Hmm. Hmm. I think it's really changed over the years.
Mhm.
Back when I started, there was, I feel like, a lot more of that sentiment, like, why are you buying your costumes? Like, you should. There was more of a press to like make them, which is why the first time I like cosplayed, I got my mom to make it, and like I also made my first costume back then. Like,
Mhm.
my second costume I made Amy from Gargantuan on the Verge's planet, I think. Yeah, anyways, but it's like a mecha anime, and I like wanted to learn how to sew. I don't know where I got the idea that I had to make costumes. I think it was a lot of times I was looking online, like I couldn't ever find something that was up to the like what I wanted or what I
Mhm.
wanted to look like, so I started making it myself. But nowadays, like because like Asia's gotten so good at making crazy detailed costumes that like nobody has any reason to make them anymore, really, in my opinion, especially for anime. Versus like if you're playing a video game, I feel like video game costumes are still better to make yourself because they're very specific, and Asia doesn't
Yeah.
really make those. But for anime specifically, it's like so easy, so easy.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And which one's your least favorite?
My least favorite. Oh, um, it's kind of my waifu. I love her. What's her name? Her name is starts with an A. Aki.
Mhm.
Aki. Aki. Her name's Aki from And You Never Thought There Was a Girl Online or something like that. I forget. It's like one of the
Uh-huh.
harem rom-coms. And like
Uh.
I never liked her hairstyle. I remember getting two wigs. I bought one wig
Oh, what?
for her regular costume, and then I was like, I don't like or like the way I styled it or something like that. So I bought it that second one actually. And the second time I wore it was a little bit better, but I just her hair is really weird. It like has the X bangs, and then she also has like little hairs flying out, so like styling it was also really hard for me, I think. And
Mhm.
it just like never like the M look just never complements my face, in my opinion. So I never like bangs and wigs that do the thing. And that costume, there was a maid version specifically that I wore
Mhm.
that like was slightly a little bit it was like made badly, I think, just because like the way that the corset in the middle was crossed, it just didn't sit right. It was just kind of uncomfortable because it was kind of tight. Like it just was not the best thing. So I'd say that's probably one of my least favorites. Yeah.
What was the
Yeah.
hardest cosplay to make?
Definitely my pop star Ari. I always think about it all the time.
Did you
Yeah,
make
my
the
pop star Ari
tails?
was I did. I made a
Oh
whole
my
harness. I had
gosh.
9 tails. Kind of crazy. But it was a it was a trek for sure. There's a video online of my friends coming to my hotel room on the Saturday of Otakuthon because I had been stuck in my hotel room for I think 6 or 7 hours trying to get ready. So I was
Mhm.
finishing up like trying to stuff. I thought I could curl my wig with normal like curl like they don't have like the cylindrical like curler things you see those ladies wear with their hair
Yes.
to curl their hair.
Hair
Yeah, yeah. So I
curlers?
thought you could yeah, like they're like not like a wand, but like actual perming curlers. And so
You mean
I
like the
thought,
ones that are made out of foam?
yeah, like the plastic
Yeah,
ones, plastic and
I
foam
use
ones.
those
Yeah,
to
yeah.
curl my bangs sometimes.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So one of those, I thought you could curl wigs with those, not realizing synthetic wigs don't do the same thing that real hair does, because I had
You
never
have
curled
to
a wig
apply
before.
heat when you put,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. So you should be um, like soaking it in a hot water actually, and then like it will stay that way. But I didn't know that, and I think oh no no no! It wasn't the curlers. It was an actual curling wand. I thought I could curl my wig with the curling wand, and
Oh
obviously that doesn't work because it's
no.
a synthetic wig. And so I was at the con with the straight RA hair wig but even though she has wavy hair in her splash art, and I was like trying to curl it, it wouldn't curl. I was still doing my makeup, fixing up parts on my costume, I had to put the harness together. There was just like a lot of stuff to set up, so it took me literally like 7 hours to get ready.
7 hours?
I woke up at 7 a.m. I remember that day because
Oh
I had a
my
shoot that I actually had to
gosh.
cancel. And then I only got out to the con around 2 or 3 p.m. Like, yeah, that was
Oh my
a while.
gosh. That sounds like such a pain.
Yeah, it really was. But luckily I have really great friends, and I got them to come over and help me bring my costume to the con so I could like hold my tails and like put it back together when I got to the con. Luckily it was just across the street, but like I still needed to get out of my hotel room. So I probably wouldn't have been able to get out without them. And yeah, I had 3 handlers. There's a video of it on YouTube. But yeah.
I can imagine how hard it would be to walk around with the nine tails, because I have a friend who also cosplayed Ari, and like she always apologized, like, because she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I keep bumping into you, and I'm like, it's all good, like, honestly, it's fine, because like she had the nine tails, and she would like bump into people all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you have to crab walk a lot?
I didn't crab walk. I was kind of like, as soon as I got to the con, we set myself up against one of the walls in the main lobby, and then just like so people could just like stand around and take pictures that way. So, but I did have the crowd gather because of how big my costume was. So the attention was there. I got what I wanted.
Did you have an orb too?
I did it because it was pop star version, so she doesn't have an orb. She had a microphone. I don't think I had a microphone.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought she had the orb.
She doesn't have an orb in her pop star version.
Would you cosplay her? Cause you know how she has different chromas. Would you cosplay the white one? Cause that one's. I noticed a lot of people cosplay that one, cause it's kind of resemblant to SNSD. Cause literally her pop star skin is a reference to SNSD.
Yeah.
Like a closer reference to I guess the Genie music video.
Yeah. I think probably not, just because I think the white Ari, that I remember a lot of people cosplaying that back then. Like there was like Katarina, is that her name? There's also skin for her. There's a lot of the girls have the white skin version.
Oh.
But
okay.
I think just because it's just so old of a skin and it's kind of like out of popularity now, I probably wouldn't, just because it's like
understandable.
Recognize it, and yeah, just
would you
wouldn't be that interesting.
What was it? For your KDA cosplay, did you make your the bunny suit?
No. I bought that.
Okay.
So there's like a fan art. It's a fan art version. I forget what the artist is called, but yeah, it's based off a fan art version. It was on sale, and I was like, not on sale, but it was like I saw it and I was like, I don't want to cost the full version, so I guess I'll cost the bunny suit version. Okay.
Would you cosplay I guess like the full version of KDA Ari? Full like the second version?
Yeah, like her all out version, you mean?
Yeah.
I considered it. It was in my cart for a while. But at the end of the day I thought about it and I was like, I don't have a huge desire to, and I'm already causing Evelyn from All Out. So I was like, no
oh my gosh, you are! I love Evelyn! She's so pretty.
She was the real villain, stealing the budget.
Oh, stealing the true. Oh my gosh, like she had all the budget, and then there's like none left for like Kaisa and Akali.
Yes, yeah. Literally, their videos we were just like, what is going on here? Like,
okay, Kaisa didn't really get a video, and then Akali didn't even get anything. And I think like for pop stars, I think it was Akali and Ari who had the budget, because a lot of people loved Akali's skin, definitely. This year's just like Evelyn just swept it all away.
Literally. So yeah, I'd say so I'm not not causing Ari because I already got Evelyn, so I was like, I already got.
Are you are you making her claws, or did you buy them?
I think they come with the pair in the costume I bought, but like the quality is probably gonna be like.
So you're just gonna tweak it, maybe?
Maybe. Hopefully they just fit and they look okay for pictures, because I'm like, don't really want to spend too much on getting a good pair, because all the ones I saw were kind of foamy and ugly. But the really good ones, if you want a pair, are like
expensive.
You're looking at hundreds, for actual nice ones. And I'm like, for a pair of claws, like.
I mean,
3 times the cost of the costume I bought. Like,
I mean, if all else fails, you could probably just spray paint it to look nicer.
Yeah. Spray paint saved my life.
Does it also come with the lashers too?
Yeah, so I bought the lashers that came with it. So hopefully they look good. I still
That
haven't sent it over.
sounds exciting. I look forward to that.
Yes, me too.
Uh, so Popstar art is the hardest one. Do you have any cosplay horror stories or just like fun stories you'd like to share?
Horror stories?
Or
Oh.
fun stories. You don't have to share the horror stories if you don't want to.
Yeah. I don't think actually, I'm gonna scroll through the things I've cosplayed and try to remember any horror stories. Horror stories. I mean, besides just being like uncomfortable and like generally the way cos makes you feel, like I've never had complete horror stories. I've forgotten stuff at home before going to a con a lot of times.
Oh, same. No feeling.
Yeah. I remember I had this giant sword for Benio from Twin Star Exorcist that I got from Asia that was like very expensive to ship over.
Mm-hmm.
It lasted my entire con, no problems. It's quite heavy. It's a huge resin sword, so it's very heavy.
Oh gosh.
And so I got it, went through the whole weekend perfectly fine for the con. I get home from the con on Sunday night. It's I've dropped off all my stuff because my friends dropped me off at my house on the way back. And then I put down all my stuff in my in my house and whatnot. And the sword is leaning against the wall.
Oh no.
In my house, and it falls and it shatters off the handle of it.
Oh no.
And I mean, it lasted me the weekend and the con, but at the same time, I was like, bro, because it was expensive. I'm like, oh,
Did you fix
especially because it's such a. I haven't fixed it yet. It's still saying broken back home.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, it's a huge resin sword, so it's in one big piece. So even if I fix that handle, I feel there's nothing that would be strong enough structurally to keep it together. Because the rest of the sword's so long and heavy that like, if I'm holding the sword, it will just break off again. You know what I mean? Like the weight of it. There's no glue, I feel, that would be strong enough to adhere that again together.
What about using UV resin to glue it back together?
Oh, I've never even heard of UV resin.
Really?
No.
It's really popular right now. Basically, you take resin and you put it under a UV light and it dries because of the UV light.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, I've never heard of that because I was thinking like E3 6000, 3000, I forget, it was E3000. It's like super glue. Yeah, epoxy glue, like something really strong maybe. But like I said, like because the rest of the sword is so heavy, I feel like because it's literally in the middle of the handle, that it would just be like the weight of the rest of it wouldn't.
I think maybe just using I think resin would help because it was already put together with resin, right? So yeah, maybe just use resin to put it back together.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever wear that costume again, so it's like not completely necessary at the moment to me.
I guess for future reference.
Yeah, for sure. I've never even heard of that, so good to know. Another horror story. I don't think this is a horror story. I remember shooting Altair from Recreators at Otakuthon at night. The shoots were very uncomfortable because they're from like Asia. They're literally just like platforms of like you're standing on a rock. I swear, like there's no snow, no padding involved. It's like very uncomfortable. Anyways, so these shoes, they have a platform, and I was thinking that if I stood in the fountain, and the water was very low, like very small water level, and I was like, you know what, if I stand in the fountain, it's perfectly fine. My boots, like my platforms are higher than the level of the water. And they were, but I guess there's holes in the bottom of the platforms somewhere, somehow, through the rubber, because water started seeping through into like the structure of the platform that's like kind of weird. So the base of my shoe, where my foot was in the platform, like got wet. And so like when I went back to my hotel, which was like kind of a 5-10 minute walk up the hill, like I was walking in like soggy shoes. I can't remember that. So that was not a fun time. And those shoes are dried, and I think I could probably wear them again without having to buy new ones, because I put in like these insoles that like, because the structure of the platform is still there, so the insole kind of like holds itself up still, essentially. So even though because like it soaked through and like it kind of started falling apart. There's like kind of like dips into the structure of the thing. It's really hard to explain, like unless I drew it out what the platform was like. So for example, like this is a shoe, okay?
Uh-huh.
Like the platform. So like I'd say there was like a bunch of lines and like bars of cardboard or like I don't know what they use, like wood or whatever that holds up the base of your foot underneath it, like upwards like this. So if I put my foot on it, it's like there's things inside holding it up, but essentially because of the water, like there's dips between all those lines. But that's the best way I can explain it. It's really hard without like having to shoe. Yeah, so I think I can still wear them luckily, but that was not a fun. Good memories. I've done so many shoots with friends until like the middle of the night. Doing crazy things at cons. I think a really good memory of mine is I made Freya from Macross Delta, one of the voice actors from Watakure, which is the idol group. She was at Anime North as a guest, and I really wanted her autograph, which I wasn't able to get to because Anime North's autograph sessions are really stupid. Like, people get her autograph session, I think it was at 11, and people were lined up from 6 a.m.
I'm sorry,
and,
what?
Like, yeah, and it's not even like you first come, first serve. It's like they don't let you in, so it's a big mob of people, and then like when they open the line, which is about an hour before like the signing, everyone's rushing in to get a spot. Doesn't matter when you arrived. Like, I had people, like, when I showed up before the signing, there was a huge line like down the con hall and into her like wiggly whatever, into her like signing. And then I was like, I'm not gonna make, because I was late because I was finishing up my costume because I really wanted to wear it to meet her, right? And like, and because of that, when I arrived, there was such a long line. I was like, there's no point in me lining up here, because there's such a long. And I talked to people in line. I was like, how long have you been waiting here? And they're like, and some people near the end of the line told me, they were like, we have been here since 6 a.m. And
oh my god!
I couldn't get a spot because people would just like shove in from the sides, right? And like you try to get in, but you can't because there was no regulation essentially. So it wasn't first come first serve. Yeah, I was like, dang, that sucks.
Anime North, get your shit together.
Yeah, Anime North's really bad at managing their. And I get the whole like only 1 hour of a signing because like you don't want to overload your guests a lot of the times, but they only had like one signing per day for an hour. And I was like, these are very popular, artists that are like voice actresses and actors that are popular and like coming from Japan. Like, they have a lot of fans here. Like, I'd assume they should let, get out quite a few people to get signed stuff. I don't know. When I went to Otakuthon's signings are pretty well managed. And they have, like, I felt like I always got one if I needed to, essentially, if I wanted to.
Yeah, Anime-thon was pretty good at managing stuff too. It was only when it came, like, there was some time at one point, like, it wasn't as good of a management, like, it could have been managed better, but other than that, it's been pretty good. Like, I've still managed to get autographs, but, like, I think they made it so it's, like, 1.5 to 2 hours, and I think that's pretty good, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, like, 1 hour, I feel like is just not enough time. Sometimes they're running late, there's other things going on, and a lot of people want autographs, and I think, like, an hour is just very short, especially for these Japanese guests from overseas.
Even like you could get in line like 2 hours ahead, and like there would be like no one there basically, which is the best part. If you got nothing to do.
At Anime North, like, I'm saying, like, people would line up like 5-6 hours and they couldn't get an autograph, and I like probably show up about an hour and a half before at Otakuthon, and I'd still get one. Like, I think it's just so much better managed. Like, sure, people don't just show up and camp because they don't let you. And Anime North is just like the way it's timed. Just, I don't know. It's just so bad. I don't know. That was my one experience trying to get an autograph there.
I feel like for Anime Rev and Anime North, they're not really well managed, and that's kind of sad considering they're like the bigger conventions in Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, Anime Rev is also a mess. Like I know, whenever I hear people say like, "Oh, I had so much fun at Anime Rev," and I'm just like in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. Like, sure, you might
Yeah.
have a good
I
experience,
don't know
but
about that one, Steve.
uh,
Yeah,
their management
exactly.
sucks.
Yeah, yeah. But like, even though I didn't get that autograph, she actually had a. So I think her signing was at 11, and she had a like Q&A at 12.
Mhm.
And then I was late to the signing, so I was like, I'm not gonna an autograph. But her like Q&As right after her signing, and she'll like go over there directly from her signing. So I'm like, everybody who wants to meet her is in line right here, right now. So I'm gonna go line up for her Q&A, so I can be in the front of that. And so I went to line up for a Q&A. There's only like 5 people in front of me. And I was like, yeah, big brain, big brain.
Big
Because like I said, because
brain.
everyone who wants to meet her is in that autograph line, and they're gonna be stuck there until she's done her like hour, right?
Mhm.
And then it's because she has her thing next, so then they're gonna come line up behind me, and I'm like, I'll be in front of y'all. So yeah, I got to sit in the front row during her Q&A, which is very nice. It's Marina Inoue.
Mhm.
Oh no, sorry, not Marina Inoue. Forget her name.
Do you remember what she voiced?
Kaname Warakure. Kaname Buccaneer, yeah. She's voiced by. Oh yeah. Where does it say? Let's go on. Yeah, sorry, Kiyono Yasuno. Yasuno Kiyono is she's pretty famous. She does a lot of voicing. So she voiced Charmy from Black Clover. What else? She's really well known for her work as a Megumi from what's called this Saikano, How to Raise a Boring Girlfriend. It's one of those like harem animes, and a lot of the character people in line were there because she voiced her, I think.
Oh.
I was there because of Warakure, but there was also quite a few people who were there for her because of Warakure. So that was. Oh, she voices Nejire from My Hero Academia.
Okay.
Well, the big three girl with the blue hair. Yeah, so she's been around. I don't think she's been voicing for that long, but yeah. Anyhow.
Is there any
so
other
that was
voice actors you'd like to meet in the future?
honestly, I feel like I've watched so much anime that like any kind of guest from Japan I'd want to meet, just because like there'd definitely be a character that they voiced that I probably enjoyed from an anime that I like. So
I
I
remember
feel like a lot of people.
Kagome's Japanese voice actors came to Animathon the first time I went. That was pretty cool. I didn't go see her though, because it was my first convention and I didn't know what was going on. Yeah. And what happened was when I looked at the guests, I was like, oh shoot, one of my favorite voice actors was here, and I missed her. I'm sad.
Yeah, I feel that way about Anime North. The first time I went, I was like, I completely missed it back then because I had no idea, So
Yeah, I remember.
It is what it is.
Yeah, and my friends were like, "Wait, you can just come back tomorrow," because like I only bought the Saturday pass, or I actually pretended to be 12 to get in, but to get for free, but like still,
Gotta do what you gotta do.
But like on Sunday, I was like, oh, they're like, you can come on Sunday and meet her. I'm like, yeah, I have a piano recital. I don't think I'll make it.
Yep.
What is your dream cosplay?
I'd probably Goroka from Madoka Magica.
Mm-hmm.
Something I've always wanted to cause. I really want to cause. What's her name?
Is it Sakura?
Yeah, I think I mentioned this.
Cardcaptor Sakura?
Not Cardcaptor Sakura, it's Sakura from Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicle. So that's Clamp's spin-off of Cardcaptor with Sharan's is the main character in that. So she has a fan art version that Clamp drew. That's like super detailed and really pretty. It has it's like a white dress with a bunch of like gold embroidery on it. It's like very detailed, and I was like, Not that I'd ever sit there and embroider that entire thing, but like, it would be a dream to wear something like that.
Do you have some advice you like to give people who are just getting into cosplay?
I think nowadays cosplay is more accessible than ever. Back when I started, it was definitely a little bit less. It was still quite accessible, but now is even more so. Like, it's so easy to ask people for resources and advice. So, and like, especially like making costumes, there's like so many resources out there. Back when I started cosplaying and I was trying to make my very first like armor cos, I never had the right resources. And like, you know, nowadays you have like people like
Yeah, Han.
not just Yaya Han, but like Kamui Cosplay.
Yes.
And the other one, oh, what's her name? She did Kireicos the other day. Forgetting her name. I don't know why I'm blanking out on names today. It's just not coming to me. But anyhow, there's a lot of resources out there, and like, you know, artists who are like selling their patterns, selling their resources and how to make things, and it's just like so accessible. Back when I did it, the extent of like my research and things I could find about like how to make stuff was like people making how-tos pictures on DeviantArt. Like,
oh my
that's
gosh.
back in the day. That was 8 years ago when I was learning how to make costumes. Like,
oh gosh.
that's how you would learn.
And... you're giving me flashbacks that I don't need.
But I'm not wrong. That's how it was back then, and now it's like go on Etsy, look up a 3D model, 3D print. Everybody has everything out there. Resources are so easy to get. So I'd say take advantage of that.
Has a 3D print cosplay shop. I don't know if you follow her, Porcelain Profs. Yeah, she does super cool stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely a pretty. If you know what you're doing and like you get good at it, it's quite profitable, I think. Yeah, as a medium.
Well, what was something
you have to learn how to
you
do it.
wished you knew before you started cosplaying?
How expensive it is, probably. When I think about like where I'm at now and over the years, all my income has gone towards spending it on cos and cons. Not that I've ever regretted spending on cosplays or going to conventions, because all the memories and like events I've been to are like irreplaceable. You know, like you only live once, and I'm only getting older, so I think like having these memories and all the crazy stuff that happens at cons, whether good or bad, all make for very good fun stories. So yeah.
What
I'd say
got? Oh yeah, you go first.
Oh no, that's it.
Oh, okay.
I'm good.
What first got you into streaming?
Streaming. So I run a merch selling business. So I import stuff from Japan and I sell merch. A lot of people in my group really wanted to see me do unboxings. So I was like, oh, I really want to stream. Let's like start. Like I'll stream some of my unboxings for them just because it's like really easy. Turn on my camera, they can see the stuff. They like to see the blind pulls I do, especially. So that was kind of a little bit of how I started, but I had a MacBook back when I started, and it was really hard for me to get a like an OBS running. And then I ended up spilling water on my laptop. That's an entire different story.
Oh no!
But eventually, I used to stream like on my phone to start on like the Streamlabs app or whatever. And okay, as ironic and stupid as it sounds, probably I actually started streaming because the guy liked streamed. And I was like, oh, I kind of want to stream so he'll notice me. And I mean, I knew him, but it was like, I was like, I want him to notice me, so I started streaming. And cosplaying while streaming is actually something he recommended a really long time ago. So a few years ago, like I had mentioned to him that I cosplayed, like the first time, like I had mentioned that, and then he was like, oh, like I think like cosplaying and streaming would be really cool, and I was like, oh, interesting. So that kind of idea started in my mind back then. Yeah. Now it's like I got a new PC at the start of the year when I moved, and I was like, it's like always that mindset. It's like if I'm playing games for hours on it anyways, I might as well just stream it because it's like what's the difference, you know? Like
Yeah.
so yeah, that's where I'm at now. For the record, I no longer like this guy.
What's the thing about streaming you like the most?
I think how other people can surprise you. I don't think where I'm at, like I've just been streaming for fun. I kind of just do it on the side. Like it's in terms of like making money, it's never really been my goal per se. Sure, it's nice when people donate or sub, but it's like I have a full-time job. Like it's not really necessary completely. You know what I mean? It's like for as an income stream for myself. But I just I think other people showing up and sitting in chat and like hanging out is surprising to me because I don't think I'm a very funny or entertaining person. So when people show up and say hello and they think I'm or like remember things from my streams or like I think the other day, you know, Green?
Yeah.
He was making pictures of us and he like drew a picture of one of my games I had played the day before in Valorant. And I was like so surprised because I was like and very touched because it's like I always think like, you know, nobody's watching. Like I actually have recently turned off my viewer like count, so I don't see it normally during the day. And it's like during my stream, I'll like turn it on and I'll just check it a little bit. But otherwise, like I don't burden myself with that. I think now, just because it's like I feel like I just feel super down about myself if I was like, oh, nobody's even watching or whatever.
Honestly,
but more so
understandable.
Yeah. I think that goes for any small streamer, right? But at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of the times, more often than not, when I check it, it's more people than I expect that are actually in my stream who are watching me, and I'm like so surprised. I was like, oh my gosh, people are actually watching me. Like I'm not funny, I'm not entertaining. Like,
wait, I actually feel that too. Like I feel like I'm not
Yeah.
funny or entertaining, or like I feel like my view count, like I feel like Streamlabs view count is kind of off. Because I hear from friends, they're like, oh, we're watching it. I'm like, wait a second, it didn't say that you were in chat though. Like I didn't say that to them, but I'm just like, oh my gosh, that means Streamlabs is lying to me.
Yeah, I think the users in chat thing isn't normally accurate because people are like jumping in and out so often that it can't update itself that quickly.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times if you sit in stream for a very long time, it will show up, and then like eventually like it like filters you out for a certain amount of time. Like even if you're not in the stream anymore, it's like kind of a rotation. But I don't really look at that list just because it's like not like I said, not very accurate. So I'm just looking at mostly the count, the number itself. But yeah, like I said, like surprisingly quite a few people. I think the other day during my 12-hour stream, I don't know how I got through that, by the way. I had a 12-hour stream and I was chilling. I wasn't really doing anything entertaining. I wasn't playing Valorant at the time. Like I was just like I think I was drawing or just chatting or something like that. And like I had like 15 people in the chat. I was like, 15 people are here? Like what? Like people showed up, and I think that always surprises me when people are actually hanging out in my stream, and I don't expect it. So that's very nice.
Do you ever do you get really excited when people raid you too?
Like any sort of engagement is very exciting. I was once, so back when I started streaming a few months ago, and I think it was my first affiliate stream, actually. Very ironically, my very first affiliate stream. I had somebody I never not known at all. She rated me. Her name's Itzuli. And Itzuli is like also a Valorant streamer, and I went back and watched her VOD actually before she rated me. And she was like looking for someone who was like had a base cam, who was playing Valorant, who was like, I think she was looking for a girl specifically or something like that, and she just wanted someone similar to her because she's also Asian and like Canadian and all that. And so she like found me, and I had like, you know, she wanted to rate a small streamer as well, and so she rated me, and I was like super surprised, super touched, and then we became friends. So now I drop into her stream, she drops into mine, and she kind of created that connection, and now I'm like, I try to like do the same thing. I try to read my friends who, you know, are also small streamers. I try to raid, like I go on the search sometimes to try to find people who I've never met before who are also small streamers who only have a few viewers to raid. Like, even if I personally might not have a lot of people watching my stream, I think that like, yeah, that pay it forward kind of thing is really crazy for small streamers. And the other day I was actually in, I don't know if you know Myth.
No.
He's a gamer, so he used to be a Fortnite pro.
I think so.
But so Myth, he averages around like 5 to 10K viewers, and I was in his stream the other day and he raided some random kid in, I think it was a Valorant, the Valorant like search section. And he just randomly rated this kid with like 50 viewers. Like the kid has like 2K followers with like 50 viewers or so. And so he was like, obviously it's quite a small streamer still, and like Myth rated him, and then this kid was like losing his mind. I think he was like, this kid was probably like 14 and he's like the small child, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. This small child's like freaking out and having a day because like he was like rated with like 9K viewers. Like,
oh my
who wouldn't lose their
god,
mind, Yeah, and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my gosh.
I'm just happy
Jesus,
to
like,
get
what you've done
raids,
for others.
honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, like, but something I feel like I'd love to, like, hopefully as I grow, do the same thing and just like keep paying it forward downward. Just because like, I think like creating those connections and like helping, like everybody starts from somewhere, right? So
Oh
we're all along for the ride.
I just remember I also follow a few big streamers, like they're partnered, and I remember out of the blue, one of them raided me, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I was like freaking out. That's all I remember.
Who raided you?
Her name's Kaya. She's a Canadian streamer.
Oh.
And oh my gosh, it was so cool when she raided me. Because she brought like so many people. I was just like, she's raided me twice actually, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Crazy.
Just like,
yeah.
And like, but at the same time, I also get nervous because there's like so many people, and I'm just like, wait, oh my gosh, there's so many people here.
Yeah, I think, part of me like growing up as well, like this, I used to sing a lot when I was younger, so I used to be in a lot of choirs. I used to, do talent shows and whatnot, and so I think younger me always wanted to be famous or like be well known, especially for singing. I wanted to be a singer. I used to write my own songs when I was a kid. They're very cringy and they're very funny. Like I love rereading it, and it's like all these like very dramatic grade 2 me young like love songs about some stupid boy in my class. Like why would you look my way? Like it's really stupid, but like they're very funny to look back on. So yeah, younger me always, I think like this part of me wanted to be known, wanted to be like recognized, and I think
speaking of that, you're also a Taylor Swift fan too, right?
Yes.
What got you into Taylor Swift?
I think it was back in her Fearless era. So I wasn't originally a Taylor Swift fan because I was quite young, I think, and my sister was listening to her a bit, and so she's like, oh, Taylor's like, she's listening to it, and so I listened along, and then I was like, oh, listen. And I kind of got into it at that point. I remember my dad he gifted me a ticket to the Fearless concert in my city. Like it was like the last minute thing. Like it was, I think the concert was Friday or Saturday, and he gave me the ticket like the day of or day before or something. Like, but it was like a really ghetto ticket. Like we sat on the, like, this is the stadium and this is the stage, right? And then I'll do this way. So this is the stadium. The stage is right here, right? You were sitting on like the top row, like farthest away from the stage.
Nosebleeds then.
Yeah, and the back, in the really tiny corner at the very top. Like I'm pretty sure we were second row from the top, in literally the last 2 seats. My sister and I on like the side. So like you weren't even like in her field of vision really, because you're like at the top. Like she was standing on stage, she's like the very top corners. You know what I mean? Yeah, I remember gifting me that. I still have a Fearless T-shirt back home. I don't have it right now. It's like so worn out. I've worn it for so many years. It's one of those like, Gildan T-shirts with a print on it. But like the print's already like crackled, but the
Oh.
names, and you can't really tell what says I think on the back anymore. The front is like a print of her going like this with her like
Her
wavy
hair?
hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that print. I've worn it for so long because in middle school I remember wearing that for gym class. And so yeah, I've had it for a very long time. Still have it though.
What's your favorite album of hers?
I feel like my comfort album has always been Fearless,
Mm-hmm.
just because there's so many bangers on it. Like everything's a banger in that.
What do you think
album,
of
I think.
her the Vault songs?
The Vault songs. I don't think I've listened to them enough. I like kind of vibe to them a little bit, but I don't think they don't hit. If that makes any sense, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think it's in the era of where I'm at either, because like over the year, like Fearless and every album that came after, all those albums, I feel like a lot of them correlate to different points of my life,
Mm-hmm.
different emotions as I've grown up, and so like every album is kind of correlated to different seasons of my life. And Fearless per se was like dramatic middle school not teenager, young me,
Mm-hmm.
having crushes, loving these stupid boys who weren't worth anything, but my feelings were very heightened. So, as a young kid, like I correlate a lot of the songs to those emotions, right? And I think now, because like where I'm at now, and like my maturity and like where I'm at in life, a lot like those songs don't really
Resonate?
don't really resonate to me, at least right now in my current life stage. Like I'm not in a relationship, don't really like anybody right now, so it's just like there's nothing like the feeling of like, oh my goodness, my heart's racing, my heart's beating so fast. Like I don't have that feeling right now, so it's just like I'm just vibing to the music, but like I'm not having that like emotional connection,
Does that mean
that I feel
I
important.
guess Folklore and Evermore are those your vibes now?
I'm not so much for like that folk feeling, that slow song. I like pop a lot. So
Oh, so
Folklore
1989?
is not. Yeah, 1989 is also a pretty good album I like. But I think like Folklore and Evermore are like, because they're on the slower side.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the storytelling is obviously fantastic in those.
Yes.
But it's more like those are the vibes I like to play when I'm working, just when I'm just like I want like something kind of quiet, kind of slow. Yeah.
In her
In that like she can play in the
Folklore
background.
Evermore, I play them when I'm really, really sad sometimes.
Yeah. They're so emo.
Oh my gosh, champagne problems though. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just such an emo album.
What about Reputation
Albums. Reputation's when I want like bangers. Like I want to like jam.
I love Endgame.
Yeah. So Endgame's a good song. Oh, I love Endgame. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I saw an
album's
interview about that, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, people thought like I had something to do with Thanos, the Avengers. Like, no, there's nothing to do with it."
That's crazy. No, it wasn't even. I don't think the name of the movie was announced at that point.
I don't think so either. But then after, they're like, "Oh my gosh, is she associated to this?" And then she's like, "Wait, what? Why are people talking about this? Why are they associating this with me?"
So random too, because she has nothing to do with the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Question mark. What?
But what about
description.
so is 1989 and Reputation and maybe Red your favorites then?
No, so Fearless would definitely be my favorite.
Okay, Fearless.
Yeah.
Did you
but there's something. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, did you like Red though?
I liked Red. I think Red. Here I want to go. Because she has so many songs in my brain. I feel like have meshed together songs, so I need to pull it up. I feel like there's a lot of bittersweet stuff going on in Red,
I love the first
and it was
two
also
songs.
this was also Red came out when I was in middle school as well. So this is 2012.
Same.
So
Same. Red came out when I was in middle school too, and
yeah.
And I remember going to her Red concert, so that's why I guess Red's also I'm a little bit biased toward it.
I remember singing. I was at Disney because Disney has one of, I think Disney, what's it called? Hollywood Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood, what's it called? Forget. It's not Hollywood Studios. It's Hollywood.
Universal?
No. It's on Disney. Hollywood.
Oh, sorry.
It is one of the parks in Disney though. It's the Hollywood one.
Epcot?
And they. No. It's called Hollywood
Oh,
something.
never mind. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see. Disney World Hollywood. Yeah, Hollywood Studios. I'm not wrong. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Hollywood
okay,
Studios.
never
Okay.
mind.
So, Hollywood Studios. I remember they have a what's it called? American Idol stage thingy, and like every day they host like a concert thingy, and so they have auditions. And I remember wanting to audition, so I auditioned with Red,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't get in, but I was just I remember distinctly singing Red for that because I didn't know what to sing. So
Ah, fair.
yeah.
I love Red Bull. Like, there's so many metaphors, and I loved the
Yes.
performance when
Mhm.
just like losing him was blue, and then the lights
Yeah.
changed. Yeah.
Mm.
Did you go
So
to any
remember
other
that.
Taylor Swift concerts, or was Fearless the only one you went to?
I think Fearless was the only one I went to. She did come by my city quite a few times. But I don't know why I didn't go. I just think part of me was just like, I don't want to pay the money. I'm lazy. Like,
Oh my gosh.
because I was all going to cons and
Mhm.
like cosplaying, and I was like, I actually kind of want to see a Japanese artist sing more than Taylor Swift.
All good.
So.
It kind of just reminded me of this time when a radio station was having a contest to win 1989 tickets. And basically you had to find their person that was dressed up like Taylor Swift around the city. Like, they give you clues. And I distinctly remember my mom was actually willing to drive me around the city trying to find this person on a wild goose chase. We wake up 7 a.m. trying to find this lady, and we never did! But all I know is we had fun just going around the city.
Oh, that's so cute. I feel like my parents would not do that for me if I had wanted to. All those radio, like, win these tickets things, I feel like those were always, like, such a luck of the draw, and I never tried for them.
I always
like, if you're the 10th caller, you get, or like,
yeah,
17th caller, you get a free ticket. I'm like
the only thing I've ever won from a radio station was tickets to see an advanced screening of Mary Poppins Returns, but I've never won concert tickets. Lol.
Yeah, such an interesting thing, like the radio giveaways. I've always just thought they were just like, not to say a scam, but just like, I feel like the effort it would take to like call in outweighs the chances of you waiting it, you know?
Honestly.
So
understandable though.
Yeah.
My next question is, what does your routine look like for the day or week?
It's very simple. I'm at a point in my life where I'm very like chill, especially with COVID. There's not really much to do, so I start my morning, wake up, I wash my face and have breakfast. But I take my breakfast and sit, because I work from home part of the week. Sit at my desk, start work. I normally don't tell my boss this, but I normally sit in voice chat with my friends during the day while they play games. I don't want FOMO. But I'm also just bored because I'm just like working, so I just leave it on my computer. After work, my day, it really varies. Sometimes during the week I have like prayer meetings for a church. Sometimes I have, but like more often than not, right after work is done, I'll I'll really have dinner. It depends on what time I end work as well. Like, sometimes I get distracted during the day, so I end work later. Sometimes I end earlier. It's just all over the place. So yeah, I have dinner. Sometimes I go grocery shopping right after work. I normally just end my evenings playing Val with friends, though. And then I go to bed around like 10, 11-ish. So yeah, my days are not that exciting. I leave everything to the weekends, and then I just play more Valorant. Yeah, I feel like, especially with work, everything's just like, it's just my day, you know?
Mhm.
I just work, hang out with friends a little bit, go to bed, repeat. The working adult life.
Understandable.
Mhm.
Um, when you feel burnout, how do you pick yourself up again?
Burnout. Luckily, I haven't felt burnt out for a while. I felt really burnt out after busy season this year, which was end of April.
Mhm.
Um, but also not completely. I was just happy to be done the long hours. Um, yeah, I don't think it's been a while since I've had burnt out because I finished school last spring, did a summer program until July, and then I didn't do anything all for 5 months. Like I just sat at home, slept, and chilled out for 5 months until I moved. And so it's been a while since I've had like a very stressful time. I think in undergrad especially, there was always a light at the end of the tunnel because while it was a really stressful 3 months, like it was always a calculated thing. So I'd first month of school, especially in business school, we didn't really have much to do. So first month of school, I'm chilling, I'm vibing, not studying. I'm a very bad student. I don't know how I got through undergrad. By the grace of the Lord, like I have no idea how I graduated because I was such a bad student. I didn't really study, didn't really listen to my lectures like until like exams came around. So first month, always sit in my classes, everything goes over my head. Second month is where exams like midterms come in, so or like a bunch of assignments, so that I start catching up to all my classes, like be stressing, finishing all my assignments for the second month. And then after the second month was done, normally in the third month, there was a lot of other second midterms and like other assignments. So I normally have something due like literally every week or other week. So I was still really stressed by the third week. Just feel like if I have stuff due every 3-4 days, like I'm always just playing catch up every day, like all the time. And so like kind of the days fly by in undergrad, and then like exams would come by. After I'm done exams, I'm done the semester, and then I feel like that was like the light at the end of the tunnel, right? Just finish the exams and you're done the semester, so that I could just have a break and relax after that was done. So I think there was always like that hope that's like, oh, I'm done after a certain amount of time, so just gotta get through this point and get there, and it'll be good, So yeah, I don't know. Now that I'm not in school anymore, I think just because work is forever, like working a 9 to 5 desk job, there's no end to work. So it's very important that I do create those like boundaries between my work and my like leisure time and the time I spend like relaxing. And it's very intentional because I'm like, I can't just like, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. There's like, sure, I can go on vacation for a bit, but like, I'm gonna come back to work. Like, I can't just stop working. This is my life. And so finding the importance in like things I enjoy and my hobbies and like, yeah, setting that time aside. So yeah, luckily I don't hate my job either, so that also helps.
Um, what never fails to cheer you up?
Fails to cheer me up.
Never fails.
Never fails. My friends really don't fail to cheer me up. I have very good friends, and like all my best friends I've known for over 15 years. Like all my friends go back way far, so we've been together for a very long haul, and I don't always talk to my friends. Like we can go weeks without speaking to each other, but like we just pick off from where we left off because of like, life gets busy as an adult, and you can't always keep up with people. But I'm just glad that like, yeah, when I have things to share though, I always have people I can turn to. I've never had a moment in my life where it's like this big thing happened or this issue's come up and I don't have someone to talk to about it. Like I've always had great people around me. So yeah, my friends are always supportive, and I think as I've like when I was younger, there was a lot of like, maybe insecurity about like who I was and like being accepted. But now that I'm older and more confident and comfortable with who I am, and I've had these long-standing friendships, it's like, yeah, not as scary or crazy now. Yeah. So.
Do you have anyone you look up to, or who do you look up to the most?
I'd say my sister. So growing up, my sister's 5 years older than me, so we have quite a bit of an age gap. And when I was younger, I remember people would ask, like, yeah, in school, like, who's your inspiration? And I always say my sister. Yeah, she's always just been in a different, like, one life stage ahead of me. So I think, like, I've always just kind of followed in her footsteps and really admire her. Now I know that now we're very different in a lot of respects. We're not the same person. But just the way that she is pretty, like, friendly with people and pretty well respected. I think that's, like, kind of what I've looked out to. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not something crazy like some celebrity.
No, that's understandable. A lot of people I've interviewed either said their mom or a family member. So understandable. Do you have a favorite Asian in the media?
Asian. I was actually thinking about this the other day, and because a lot of the streamers I follow, I've only gotten into, like, Twitch recently this year, and, like, all the streamers I follow, I think about how the majority of the really big streamers are actually Asian, and that really stands out to me. And I'm like, wow, like, Asians are dominating, like, this online social media presence. And I think, so one streamer I watched a lot during the day, sometimes when I'm working, is Ryan Higa. Just throw back to my childhood, watching every video. I used to watch everything ever back when I was younger. I would say I completely, like, look up to him or whatever, but I think, like, just, like, watching him stream and, like, him as a person, he seems like a really nice, chill, down-to-earth guy, and I'm like, wow, like, that's someone who literally, like, is the backbone and foundation of YouTube, right? Like, anybody who's older than the youngins knows who Ryan Higa is, because all the new kids don't know. They only know the TikTokers or whatever.
Yeah, or
you know.
Yeah, you know. Or I don't know if you were one of those people. Did you also watch Wong Fu Productions too?
Yeah. I didn't watch all their stuff, but I watched some of, like, their more popular videos back then.
Yeah, I remember watching. I didn't watch all their stuff, but I remember freaking watching Strangers, their short film.
Yeah.
And that was depressing. I was a child. I didn't know what was going on, but it was depressing. And I'm just like, oh gosh, this is depressing.
Yeah. So I'd say Ryan Higa's pretty someone I kind of look up to, or, like, think is really cool. I think I look up more to, like, YouTubers and content creators than I do, like, celebrities.
Totally understandable. That's why I said in the media, like, it could be content creators.
Yeah. Because I think, like, celebrities especially, it's like they're a little bit too far removed because they don't really have that much of a social media presence because they're so famous. That's, like, you know, they can't say that much. And not to say that content creators don't also have, like, you know, hide a lot of personal stuff, but it's also, like, they are more interactive with their audience because they're content creators, right? Versus, like, singers or actors and stuff. So.
I guess this also segues into my next question. Is if you're comfortable to share, have you personally experienced racism?
I don't know if I have directly. I definitely probably on the street heard a ching chong here and there. At the extent of it. I remember when I was in elementary school up until grade 4 or so, I was, like, one of 3 Asians in my class, and then we were, like, 25 people, I think. So, like, I was a minority for sure in that space. But I think because I grew up as well going to, like, an Asian church, that, like, I was always around Asians a lot, and, like, seeing things like people like Ryan Higa, for example, on YouTube. It's like, not to say I felt represented in mainstream media, but, like, Um, yeah, I don't know if I've personally experienced racism. If anything, actually, I think being Asian has helped me a little bit because I used to work in the government
Mm-hmm.
back home during my as a student part time, and whenever I'm bilingual, so the government loves when you're bilingual. And not only that, because I am a minority and a woman, it gave me a lot of opportunities because they love hiring minorities and they love hiring women. So if anything, definitely added to my portfolio and my credentials. So
So,
yes,
have
the
you
diversity card.
have you ever had the model minority myth applied to you though?
Yeah, I mean, there's always the stereotype that you're good at math, like you're really smart and
Yeah.
all that. And I mean, I don't want to downplay my own abilities either. I wouldn't say I'm stupid, but I'm not. I wasn't the bottom of my class. I was near the top of my class too. So it's like I was still kind of feeding into the stereotype per se. But luckily my parents aren't, I'd say, typical Asian parents, as people would put it. You know, force you to go into science, do super well in school, pull in those A's. If you're not getting A pluses, you're a failure kind of thing. Like my parents were never like that. My parents have always been very easygoing, I think, because they've always been like, you know, whatever you bring back is what you do. And I always was the one who pushed myself. So however I did in class, it was always like, if I did badly, I would be the one most upset. I remember many times going home and sobbing at home because I had gotten a bad mark that wasn't even bad, but like to me was bad. And then my mom would just like look at me and be like, it's okay, like you'll do better next time. like I was the one putting all the pressure on myself essentially. So my parents never pressured me to do well, so I gave myself my pressure. Yeah.
But does it ever make you like upset whenever people applied the model minority myth to you?
Um I don't think so. Yeah, I'm sure like a lot of the things that happened when I was younger, I feel like are now kind of fading from my memory. But I'm sure at points in my life I was very upset like about that expectation that I would be perfect or do things super well, and then getting very frustrated with that and thinking about like, but I think more often than not I was always just upset because my friends were doing better than me. Not that it was because I was an Asian. Like, it was just because I was just that my friends were doing better than me. And I was like, why are they doing better than me? They're smarter than me. I'm a failure. Oh
no!
So it was like never like because I was Asian per se. It was just me giving myself unnecessary pressure. And I think that's just the type of person I am. I'm very self-driven, so if I don't give myself that pressure, then I don't have, or that like desire to do well in something, then like I wouldn't really push myself to do it either, you know, because I'm so lazy otherwise. Yeah, no, unfortunately, I think like, oh, fortunately, I'd say probably, in terms of like being an Asian, I think I've luckily I grew up in an area where I was mostly surrounded, or there was other Asians around, so it wasn't like ever a bad thing per se, because like all the I think it'd be different if I didn't do so well in school. So I was actually a gifted kid. I went across the city to go into a French immersion gifted program. Like I changed schools multiple times in elementary school because I was above the norm. And so like I think it'd be different if I wasn't reaching the standard of the model minority. Like obviously there's quite a few Asians out there who, you know, aren't good at math, and it's fine. Like you know, people are different. Like it's just a stereotype, but like there are people who are good at the same time, you know. So it's like not to you don't want to generalize about it, right?
Yeah.
And I think the fact that because I personally do fit into the stereotype, it didn't bother me because it was true about me. But obviously, it would be there's some to other people who aren't, which is probably a lot of people, you know, just because we're not all the same. So.
Was it I guess like as a child, was it I guess an alright childhood, I guess?
It was pretty good because my parents were always pretty supportive of like my interests. So I hated piano. I did not want to play piano anymore, so that was not an Asian thing I didn't really want to be doing. My sister did piano up until grade like 10 or whatever. I don't remember. She went on for a really long time. But I hated piano. I never practiced. I practiced literally the day before I had my class the next day with my teacher. Like, he knew I never practiced. I was so lazy. My parents kind of started giving up on forcing me to practice too, because it was just like the effort it would take, and then I wouldn't want to do it, and I was just lazy. So I like really wanted to stop piano, but like my parents forced me to finish at like grade 8, I think, which is like the minimum or whatever, or to get unique high school creds or something like that.
Yes, that's
so like
the minimum.
Yeah. So I got up to grade 8, I passed it, and I was like, okay, are you happy now? But I literally practiced only the month before my exam. Like I could not have cared less. Like, I hated piano so much. Like, I thought it was a waste of time. I was like, I don't have any interest in this. Can I stop? And my parents get paying for lessons, and I was like, you're literally wasting your money. I don't like this. Like, so, but that was not on me. I literally told them, why am I still here? Why am I still learning this? Like, if I really, because at the most I really want, I actually had 1 or 2 Taylor Swift piano books. Yeah, like they were like, I think I have Speak Now and Red, I think.
Hey, I have Red too.
Yeah, it's like the one with it has like the piano version, then it has also the chords for the guitar on it, and yeah, so I was like, if anything, I'd only play piano because I was interested in like the chords and like playing pop songs or like songs I liked, because but otherwise I was like, I had no interest in piano, and such a drag to do the classical music. But then I also did singing, so I did singing lessons for 5 years, and my parents supported me in that. That's shortly after I finished piano, I believe. And so yeah, that I graduated in grade 7 or 8 for singing lessons as well. Surprisingly, there's also exams for singing. So I did singing lessons for a few years, and yeah, my parents supported me in that, driving me around to lessons. I did band in middle school. I did like musicals in high school as part of our high school musicals.
I loved doing musicals in high school. That was so fun.
Oh, I miss them so much. There was such an experience. Everything I remember about high school is like all the stuff I did on the side. I don't remember any of my classes, but I remember all the memories I made with everything else. You know?
Honestly, same.
Yeah. So.
I remember, what was it? Frick. My thoughts slipped my head. I'm so sorry.
All good.
I'm trying to remember what I was gonna say, but I forgot. Okay. Never mind.
Oh, something about high school and musicals?
I don't know what I was going to say, honestly. Where was I going with this? But, I guess, like, oh, I remember. It was actually about your singing. It was a question about your singing.
Yeah.
Do you have perfect pitch?
No, by no means. I do not have perfect pitch. You know when you, like, what perfect pitch as in, like, you play a piano note and I can tell you what note it is kind of thing?
Kind of.
No. I can sing in tune, but I don't have perfect pitch.
I'm always curious because it kind of started because I watch these YouTubers and they make a lot of memes about perfect pitch because one of them has perfect pitch, apparently. And he likes to make memes about it. And he's like, huh, that guy's really obsessed with F sharp because he keeps laughing in that tone.
That's crazy. You know, I can't. I wish I could.
I don't know if you follow them. They're called Two Step Violin.
Are they sisters?
No, they're brothers. Not brothers, sorry. Friends. They're friends.
Friends. Oh.
They're really funny.
I think I've heard of them on YouTube, but I don't think I know them.
You look up their stuff, some of them are really funny. My favorite video is the one where they did different musician moms. And the last one,
Oh.
of course, is the Tiger Mom.
Yeah. The Asian parent.
Yeah, I remember my mom would always be like, I could be that, but I'm not, so be glad I'm not. And I'm like, okay! Because, yeah, my mom actually at one point, like, when she got me into piano lessons, she wanted me to be, like, this famous pianist. His name's Long. And she wanted me to be, like, make lots of money by touring, and I'm like, I don't think that's how it works, Mom. And then once she realized I wasn't really, like, a diligent pianist, she's like, okay, never mind, you're never gonna be like him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's yeah.
Oops, my camera. Something weird. Hold on, give me a second. I don't know why my camera on my example is very clear, but then when I'm looking at myself in my own like screen, I'm very like blurry. And I think I'm also quite blurry in your stream actually.
You were blurring out a bit, but I think now it's kind of fine. I don't know.
Hold on. I think hold on. Turn on the Yeah, I think I'm clearer now. That was really weird. It's still blurry on my end, but I think on your end it's a little bit less blurry. Weird. Strange. It's this camera's supposed to be very clear. It's a new camera. I don't know why it's doing.
Okay, well, I have that's all my questions, but I do have a fun activity for you.
Sure,
I will share
yes.
my screen for you.
Okay,
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Okay. This one. Basically, it's ranking all these Taylor Swift songs. It's a tier list.
Oh.
I will share it. I will share it on my stream as well. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just make it smaller, and then let me get the Firefox going. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah, that works.
Okay. Can you? Oh, is there? Can you show me the tiers?
Yeah. So there's play this at my funeral, on repeat, still bops, like to be excluded from this narrative.
Okay. We'll go.
So like
the,
red
in
is
order.
like this red part is S tier, like S, and then A,
Yeah.
then B, C, D. Okay, we'll
Oh
start
my
from
gosh.
Tim McGraw.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So this
I'd say still bops.
this one.
Yes. Still bops. I'll probably move stuff around later. Still bops.
Mhm.
Is there teardrops in my guitar?
Apparently, I will.
That's weird. Just leave it. Yeah.
Yeah, just leave it.
Ignore it.
A place in this world.
Place in this world. I'd probably might think about skipping.
Okay, that one's actually one of my favorites.
I don't. I think a few of those older songs of hers in from Taylor Swift's album is, yeah, they're a little bit outdated and older, so. But Cold as You still bops.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to move things around.
It's so hard because Taylor's just like a lot of the songs I'm like really fine with. There's not many I dislike a lot, like excluded from this narrative, you know?
Yeah.
Like A Place in This World, it's like, yeah, like sometimes I'm not in the mood to listen to it, so it's like might skip. Never been on the outside. I'm thinking about it. I guess not everything can be on Still Bops, so I'll put it on might think about skip.
Whoops.
I think it's hard because the name of these like sections aren't just like S A C D or whatever, you know? Like it's not just like a letter, it's like what I feel about the song. You know?
I think these are also like some of these are also quotes that Taylor Swift said, like I like to be excluded from this narrative.
Yeah, exactly.
Tied together with a smile.
It's with Still Bops. I'll just put it in Still Bops. I feel like that's just like the standard right now. Still Bops. Still
Okay.
Bops.
Should have said no.
On repeat.
Should've gone
On repeat.
home. Mary's song.
Still Bops.
Our
I did
song.
a grade 6 talent show to our song. There is a YouTube video I will not disclose it, but it exists. I was in a red plaid shirt, brown boots, a little jean skirt with my hair up and I think like 2 little ponytails, and I was like dancing around the stage and like my little feet shuffle to the little part in the chorus. And like, oh man, it's funny. It's so funny. But our song is definitely Still Bob's. I want to put it on repeat though.
Okay. Oh wait,
Oh,
so
wrong one.
Sorry, my bad. I'm only me when I'm with you.
I'll put it in might think about skipping, but it would like I said, like a lot of these in the might think about skipping I still enjoy. So they would still be in Still Bops, but like between might think about skipping. Because a lot of these I wouldn't fully skip, I'd say, you know?
Okay. Invisible?
Might think about skipping. That one's
Oops. Perfect.
and also might think about
Okay, jump then fall.
I like the way you sing through the night. Still Bops.
Untouchable?
Untouchable is such an emo song. I am so emo when I listen to it. So I'll put it in skipping just because I'm not always in the mood to be like very emo, you know? So, okay. On repeat. On repeat.
Forever and always. Yes! It's such a bop!
Yes. I remember the concert I went to for the Fearless concert. She actually fell during this song.
Oh!
On stage. I missed it, but I watched a YouTube video later, and apparently she fell during that one concert. That's what I remember. It's a specific song. Fearless plays at my funeral.
Okay. Yes.
15 on repeat. Love Story plays at my funeral, although that would be weird to play at my funeral, but you get the point. Hey Steven is on repeat.
Hey Steven.
White Horse. Might think about skipping. I like White Horse, but like I said, it's an emo song. And I'm not
You
always...
belong with me.
Plays at my funeral.
Yes. Breathe.
Might think about skipping.
It's actually my sister's favorite song, lol.
Ah. Yeah, I'm just putting the emo songs and thinking about skipping, you know?
Tell
me why is Still Bob's. Bop.
Whoops. You're not sorry.
You're not sorry.
Anymore.
You're not sorry. I'd still put it in, but I'm not. I'm not depressed. I don't want to listen to depressive songs. Yeah.
That's the way I loved you.
Still Bops.
Mm-hmm.
That one's a bop though.
Wait,
you know what I mean?
On. Sorry. Wait. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? Ah!
Hold on. Down, and then go down and move. No. Yeah.
Okay. Did I fix it?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Forever and...
This is piano version.
Yeah. Piano version?
Yeah, there's a piano version.
Wait, what's the difference? Isn't it the same song?
It's the same song, but this one's like sadder.
Oh, sadder, yeah. I'd say Still Bops. The piano, the acoustic version's pretty good.
There's an acoustic version. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Best day? Best day with you.
I almost like, I feel like half the time I listen to the Best Day I start crying or tearing up. So I'm putting it in Might Think About Skipping. Because I don't want to always cry.
Change.
Still Bops.
Mine?
Actually,
wait. Oh.
Change. Actually, I'm not a huge fan of Change. I don't know why, but something about the song I'm just not a big fan of. Put it in Skip It.
Understandable. Same.
Yeah, something about it just kind of a little bit off.
Mine?
Still Bops.
Sparks Fly?
On repeat.
Yes. Back to
December. Skip.
Aw, I actually like that one. Speak now, but I do like Understandable.
Because I think Back to December, it's kind of reminded me of like this one part of my life where I was like really emo because of this boy, so I just associated it in that. Like a lot of these songs are associated, like I said, different albums with different seasons of my life, so how I felt or whatever's going on in my life during that season will be correlated with some of these songs. Yeah. Speak Now, Still Bops.
Ooh.
Dear John is a bops. Oh wait,
wait, sorry.
Speak Now in bops.
Yeah.
Sorry. Dear John is a bop. Yeah.
Mean.
Bop.
Yes. The story of us.
Bop. A bop.
I love that part where she's like, I never heard silence quite this loud. And I never grow up.
Alone in a crowded room and no one's speaking. Yeah.
Apparently she wrote that about Taylor Lautner and how
Yeah.
it was really awkward in the award show when they were sitting.
Yeah. Never grow up. Skip.
Okay.
Enchanted is funeral.
I
Plays at
like
my
to
funeral.
listen to it when I'm in love, which is
Yes.
not been a while.
Yeah, it's the same vibe as Love Story, you know? I got that you're at a ball, you're wearing that gown.
Yes.
Like you seeing Romeo or Prince across the room. Yeah.
Better than Revenge.
Better than Revenge. Still bops.
Ooh, I love how she rhymed everything. Lol. Innocent.
Probably excluded from this narrative actually. I'm not like
Really?
I don't hate it per se.
Mm-hmm.
I don't always skip it either. I listen to it. I don't mind it, but it's just like when I think about it actually, I'm just like it's not that fantastic.
Haunted.
Still bops.
I love Haunted.
Come on, don't leave me like
The
this.
instrumental though.
Oh,
Last Kiss.
I love that hit. Skip.
Aw, I like that one. Long Live.
Still bops.
Yes.
Long lives the bop.
Hours.
I think I might actually skip it. I like it. I like it as a song, but I think like it's not always like the most amazing. You know.
So State of Grace.
Oh, there's so many songs, but yes. State of Grace. Skip.
Aw, I like that one. That's one of my favorites. Red.
I think it depends on my mood. Sometimes because like I love the opening of State of Grace, like the drums and the the drums
I like
section.
the
Yeah,
acoustic
like that
version,
section.
too.
I'm walking fast through the traffic. Actually, wait. When I think about it, it's still bops. It's still bop. Yeah,
Red.
that's a bop.
Treacherous
is a bop.
Yes.
I knew you were trouble. On repeat. I'm headbanging to that forever.
All too well.
Like hair whip, like hey, headbanging into I knew you were trouble. All too well. Plays at my funeral.
Bro. What happens if she rewrites, like, she does the Taylor's version of All Too Well, and then she releases the 10-minute version?
Yeah. It's
20.
over for us. It's over.
It's over, yes. 22.
I'm no longer 22, so. But it's still, it's a bop. It's a bop.
Yes. I almost do.
I think it's actually a bop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We are never, ever, ever
On repeat.
getting back together. Stay
like I mentioned,
still.
I'm a really big pop person, so any of her like pop songs, I'm like, we're jamming to that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Stay, I've been loving you. Still bop.
The last
This
time.
is the last time I'm asking you this. Still bop.
Still bop.
So good.
It's Holy
It's just, like,
Ground.
the harmonies and everything.
It's feeling like a girl in a brand new dress. We had this big white city all to ourselves. We walked the floors with the sun. I need the first time I had something to lose, and I guess it fell apart on the usual way. And the story's gone lost on every page, and sometimes I think about it.
No, and sometimes I wonder if you think about it now.
And
Yeah,
I see your
and I
face,
see your face in every crowd.
'cause darling, it was good.
The fact that, like, I don't know anything else I remembered in school, but like I can like name off Taylor Swift songs like no tomorrow, you know.
Mhm.
Oh man, Holy Ground. I'm putting it in the same row as Skips. I'd still put it a bop.
Bop?
A bop.
Sad, beautiful, tragic.
Yeah. Narrative. It's not the best. Skip.
I like it. A lot of people actually correlate Marilyn Monroe with the Lucky One. Actually, Everything Has Changed. The one with Ed Sheeran.
Still bop.
Yes.
Still bop.
Starlight.
I say a bop. That's a bop.
Yes.
Beginning and skip.
Ah,
It's too
fair.
emo for me.
The moment I knew.
That's the moment I knew. It's a good song.
Yeah, it is.
But
I
I'd
love
skip
it.
it. I think
Okay.
it's all my emo songs go there because I'm not in a mood to be emo.
Come back, be here.
I might skip it actually. It's
Fair.
not like
I used to be my favorite, but not so much anymore. Now it's the moment I knew. It's when my
yeah. Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that.
Don't look at me. Okay, I think it still bobs, just because it was kind of relevant to me a while. It's not really actually like literally relevant, but like the kind of like context of it kind of relevant.
Honestly, I can think of a situation that's related to it right now. I won't talk about it though. That's a
yeah.
Anyways, welcome to New York.
I might skip it. It's not
okay, fair.
I like it. It's like a bop, but it's not always like
blank space. Starling of a nightmare, dressed
bop,
like a daydream. Style.
On repeat.
Yes. Out of the woods.
Are we out of the woods yet?
Remember when we had to fix too soon? Stop 20
I might think about skipping.
I like the bridge for it. All you had to do was stay.
Skip, actually.
Fair.
I like it, but it's like,
Shake it off.
Shake it off. It's a bops. It's not like an on repeat one, but
I find it so funny when she was on Jimmy Fallon and she, you know how they had to identify the song that the band was
and
playing?
she couldn't identify
she couldn't
her
recognize her own song. Jimmy Fallon's like, shake it off, and she's like, wait a second, oh my gosh, it just occurred to her that it was
yeah. She couldn't recognize her own. So
I
funny.
wish you would.
I wish you would come back. Wish I never hung up the phone like I did. Wish you knew that I never forget you as long as I live, and I wish you were right here, right now.
It's all good.
It's all good. I wish you would. Still bops.
Okay. Bad Blood.
Baby, now we got bad blood. I put it on repeat actually.
Okay.
I might move that. I don't know. We'll see.
Wildest
Dreams. Play this at my funeral.
Yes. Say you'll remember me.
Remember me. Standing in a nice dress. Okay.
How you get
the girl? Skip.
Oh, what? That was my favorite.
No.
I love. I mainly think it's my favorite also because I saw the performance with her light up dress and I thought that was so cool.
Oh.
I didn't see it live.
That's what
I saw the video and I was like,
oh, okay.
So pretty. I wish I saw it live. This love.
Excluded from this narrative. It's just something about it. It's kind of weird.
I know places.
I know places.
Like,
I know places we won't be found. Skip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clean.
Clean is narrative.
Oh, what? Clean's one of my favorites. I think it's underrated.
Yeah, I think it is. Like, I think, like, I don't completely skip a lot of Taylor Swift songs per se, but it's just like when I think about it, I'm like not the biggest fan of it. You know?
Wonderland.
Wonderland. Oh, they move. That's really weird.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't ask.
We found Wonderland. You and I got lost in it. That's really hard. Hold on.
I really like the little references she made to, I guess, Wonderland in Wonderland.
Yeah.
It's all fun and games till somebody loses their mind. That's my favorite part.
Yeah. I think. Quick scroll up from the scroll up a little bit. I put it in still bops actually. It goes in still bops.
New Romantics.
New Romantics. Skip.
Fair.
Biggest fan of it.
I used to like it, but I think it's no. Okay, now we're on to Reputation. Ready for it?
Okay. Are you ready for it? Knew it was a killer. First time that I saw him. Wonder how many girls he had left and left haunted. But still bops. Still.
Endgame.
Still bops. Still bops.
Yes. I did something bad.
Still bops.
Don't blame me.
Maybe love made me crazy. If it doesn't, you ain't doing it right. I'd stay. It's a bop. Don't blame me, the bop.
Delicate. Does it for the best? My reputation.
Still bops. Still bops.
Yes. Look what you made me do.
Still bops. Everything in like
Reputation.
Reputation is just bop.
So it
you
goes.
know? I'm not a bad girl, but I do bad things with you. So it goes. Actually, put it in skip.
Okay.
I like it, but it's just like it's a little bit lower than the other ones.
Gorgeous.
Still bop. Still bop. You're so
Getaway
gorgeous.
car.
Oh, still bops.
Yes!
Still bops. King of my heart.
Yes.
Still bops. Still bops. Dancing with our still bops.
Dress?
Dress is a still bop. A
Yeah,
bop.
I
A
love
bop.
dress. This is why we can't have nice
We're bopping.
things. Yes.
Bopping.
Call it what you want.
Call it what you want. Yeah, call it what you want. Yeah.
New Year's Day.
Tuesday. Still bops. Like this
have
album
you
is
heard like the bonus songs like Ronin?
I actually haven't heard Ronin, but I've heard the other ones.
Safe and Sound.
So Safe and Sound, just because I haven't heard it in a while, okay. Thing is, I was actually a huge Hunger Games fan back then. Like I was like obsessed. I had like magazines and stuff like that. Like huge fan. So, but at the same time, the song wasn't the best, so I put it skip.
Okay. I like the part where it's like, "Don't you dare look out the window, darling. Everything's on fire." Because they actually put that caption on her cat in the carrier, and I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
Crazier.
Crazier. Go up. On repeat. Crazier is one of the first songs that like I had heard of Taylor Swift. So I had just gotten into Taylor Swift at this time, and I was also growing up a huge Hannah Montana fan. Like I had a Hannah Montana birthday. I dressed up as Hannah Montana for Halloween one year. Like that was the start of my cosplaying career. You know, like Crazier at that during the movie because I was freaking out for the movie because I knew Taylor Swift was in it. So when I watched it I think in theaters or something like that, like the Hannah Montana movie, and like Taylor Swift was in it, I was like, like. It's like, that's Taylor! But Crazier, just, something about it hits.
Eyes open?
Skip it. I just probably skip it.
Okay, now
you know what I really want, though? I wish they had her rap song. Do you remember that? It's really old.
Oh, gosh. Is that where the name
It's the one where it's talking glitter?
Came? Oh.
Yeah, I'm like, what's it? She said 8'4"? She said, I'm like 8'4", blonde hair to the floor. Shawty's never thought I'd dream about rapping hardcore. Now I ain't got a gun. No, I've never really been in a club. Still live with my parents, but I'm still a thug. I'm so gangster. You can find me baking cookies at night. You out clubbing? Well, I just made candle lights.
Hold on.
Can we
find it?
Oh man.
Can we find it? She did a Nicki Minaj one. This is her SNL monologue, but I don't think But
I'm not gonna talk about that. In my monologue, I like baking and things that smell like winter. But I'm not gonna. No, I just say T-Swizzle. I think it's the rap T-Swizzle.
T-Swizzle.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. This is throwback.
No, it's not here.
Exist? Oh yeah, it's Doug Story. It's Doug Story. Doug Story.
Where?
It's right there. Lower. Right there. Yeah. T-Pain. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Is it not the whole video?
I don't
You had to look
know.
up. You have to just look up Doug Story. Look up Doug Story then.
Okay, hold on.
There's a whole video to it. I remember this. I haven't watched this in years. Oh my goodness.
This is unlocking a memory that I do not.
I know. But I still think about that quite often.
I don't think
they
have the video. Wait. Someone has a reaction, but like...
Oh my gosh, can I... Wait, hold on, I'm gonna look at myself. Maybe there isn't a video.
Sad.
Did I take it down?
Probably because
Yo, that was that's if you know.
I know what you're talking about, though. Oh
maybe that video is it. Wait, go back. Maybe that video does have it.
Like, it has the audio, but not the video.
Oh, okay, we'll just play the audio then, maybe.
Okay.
Like 8'4", blonde hair to the floor. You shorties never thought I dreamed about rapping hardcore.
Rapping hardcore, no, I ain't got a gun, no, I never been in a club, still with no parents, but I'm still a thug, I'm so gangster, you can call me baking cookies
You
and
out
that.
clubbing, but I just made Carol delight.
Delight.
Swift and T-Pain rapping on the same track. It's a thug story, tell me, can you handle that? I had a dream last night, I had hot top nights, I had diamonds in my mouth and diamonds on my mic. By the time I woke, I was singing. I'm on the boat. Cause I'm a singer turned rapper. Sorry, I'ma make you.
Oh my gosh, this is unlocking a memory. Okay, Luigi, basically this is back in the past when Taylor Swift actually did a rap.
But if you're a real one, you know. You know.
In my extra small white tees.
Whipping T-Pain all up on the same track. It's a thug story now. Can you get the dance?
What? I knit sweaters, yo. What? Don't test me. Hey, hold on. I didn't even say anything. I said yo. You guys bleeped me and I didn't even say anything. I didn't even swear.
Oh, back then she never
Yeah, she didn't even
swore.
swear.
But now
Yeah, she didn't even swear.
Yeah, but now
It's auto-tuned, yeah.
But now she swears so much. Like I remember, I saw an interview and they're like, okay, we pulled up this graph on Reddit where it just showed like the amount of swears in your albums, and it just like skyrocketed in like Evermore and Folklore, and she just started laughing.
Yeah. Like, it's
okay,
funny,
this is
yeah.
Lover.
But yes, if you're a real one, you know. But oh wait, this doesn't have
Folklore and Evermore. This is like outdated.
no, it's hold on.
The one with what's his name? Zane? What was
No,
it?
no,
I don't.
it
Never mind.
doesn't have Today Was a Fairy Tale.
Oh, where would
just
you
have
put
Today Was a
that
Fairy
though?
Tale.
Okay, let's just pretend this is Today Was a Fairy
Yeah.
Tale. Where would you put it?
Today Was a Still Bops.
Still
Bops.
Bops.
Can you feel this?
I
love
only
killing
play
you?
that song when I feel like a romantic, which is not now.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay.
I forgot that you existed.
Yeah.
Still Bops. Cruel Summer's a
Summer.
bop.
I love
Lover.
Cruel Summer. I love the part where
Lover's
she's...
on repeat.
I love Cruel Summer, like the part where she's like, "Oh, is it? He looks so good, I can tell."
Yeah, when she screams.
Yeah. So is this a bop? On repeat?
Yeah, on repeat.
I love that, like the waltz part.
The Man is on repeat.
Yes, The Man. That's like my
Yeah.
favorite song on Lover. The Archer.
When I first heard the song, I was sitting there, I was listening to the lyrics. I'm like, yeah, girl, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, hit
Did you
it.
love the music video too?
Yeah, when it's her, oh my gosh.
Yes.
When I was watching the whole thing, I was like, is that her?
I was like,
I
yeah,
mean,
it's
that's
not
her. I
her.
was
Like,
like,
it can't
could
be
be
her.
her, yeah.
And we look, and then we find out it is her, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it was her.
No, dang, so crazy. The Archer still bops. Archer's a good song.
I think he
Been
knows.
the prey. Who could... Oh, still bops. I think he knows.
Miss Americana and the Heartbreak Prince.
Still bops.
Yes.
You know I adore you. I'm crazier for you than I was like 16.
Lost
Okay.
in a
Paper rings, still bops. Still bops.
I
I mean, that works too. No, it's fine. Keep it there. Keep it there.
Okay.
When you last
Paper
street
rings.
is a bop. Yeah.
Paper rings. I like the parts like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, which adds up to 13.
Really?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Big brain.
And then Death by a Thousand Cuts. My
Still
heart,
bops.
my hips, my body, my love. Try to find a part of me.
Lover as an album is also very good. I really like it.
Yeah.
London Boy is still bops. Soon You'll Get Better is a little too emo for me, so I'll put it in excluded.
I always get sad because it's about her mom.
I know. I'm just.
Paul
I'd
Scott?
be a little depressed.
I love the saxophone.
Might
part.
think about skipping.
I actually thought like it was a skip, but when I saw it live, I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually pretty good. And I love the saxophone guy. So good.
You need to calm down.
yeah.
Still bops.
Afterglow.
Bop. A
Yes.
bop.
Me.
Bop.
I'm kind of sad that
Nice
she
to have
took
a
out
friend.
the spelling is fun part.
Hey kids, spelling is fun. yeah.
It's nice to have a friend.
Skip.
I skip it.
Actually,
too.
no. actually excluded from this narrative.
I skipped it too.
I don't get it. Like, I don't understand the song. I'm like, what is this about?
Yeah, like I was like, what's this about? And also, it gave me like Christmas Carol vibes because it had the like the ooh,
Yeah.
doo-doo-doo.
like the bells.
Yeah,
in
the
it?
bells.
Yeah.
Thank you. Daylight.
I don't get it. I don't get what
Yeah.
it's about. I'm like, what are you talking about? School bell rings, walk me home, sidewalk, chalk covered in like, what are you?
Is this like
Talking
a?
about?
It's like a supposed to be a romance story maybe, or just a friendship?
Yeah, a friendship, and I'm like, I don't get where this is going. Like, what are you saying here? Like, it's nice to have a friend, but like, are you actually friends, or like, was it a romantic friend? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah,
like,
I like it's like I know what's going on, but at the same time, it's like not really a good plot. Like compared to like Getaway Car. Getaway Car had like it was like Bonnie and Clyde. That was like the plot.
yeah, that hit. Like
Daylight?
Still bops. Daylight's a good song.
All right. Is there anything
I
you
love.
wanna move?
I'm thinking about Lover, and I'm thinking about Afterglow. Is just like.
It's on me. Just don't go. Maybe in the afterglow.
Plays at my funeral.
Is there anything you want to move?
Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna look through this. Play this at my funeral. Just
Hold on. Oh, this is not playing. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
Oh, good.
Wait. Hold on. Oops.
You can probably play this. Yeah. I think. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and reread the whole thing because it took me a very long time to think through everything again. But I think it's pretty good. I'm trying to think about if I want to move anything from on repeat to like plays at my funeral, but I think it's pretty solid actually. Like, I kind of was thinking about Lover maybe, but I'm like, yeah, like I'm not in a romantic mood.
Would you put Lover at your wedding?
I would probably play Lover at my wedding actually.
Honestly,
Yeah.
same.
You're
I love that
Oh.
part. Like, she made it specifically as a wedding song, if you think about it. Because the ladies and gentlemen will usually stand with every good
scar on my head. I make this magnetic force of a man to be
my
mine.
lover. My world and yours has been blue.
Also, until the end of you.
Swear to be over
dramatic
and true to my lover. Oh my gosh. Did you see the music video and how the houses, like the different rooms, represent her albums, like her different eras? I thought that was
know.
genius.
Queen.
I love the Easter eggs and finding them in videos.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not big brain enough, so I just wait for things to pop up on Twitter and people say stuff. I'm like, oh, big brain. I don't have the brain power to do that.
I
Not big
mainly
enough
did
on
that
this
for
thing.
the man because I love the song. And oh my gosh, the part about Leonardo DiCaprio though, I loved it.
Yeah. I always forget that she dated him. She's dated so many people that
No,
I'm
she
like,
didn't
oh,
date
yeah, she dated
Leonardo
him.
DiCaprio. She didn't.
Oh, wait, she didn't?
So it was just like, I'd Be Just Like Leo in Saint Tropez was just a
Oh, yeah, right,
it was
so that's
just
what you mean. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of like a reference to him because he, like, even though he, has a harem of models and he has, like, that fetish for models under 25, like, he's not really,
Yeah.
I guess, ridiculed for it. It's more like a
Yeah,
meme,
yeah.
and it's not, it doesn't
Yeah.
affect his career in any way. Like, people still think he's a great actor and stuff. But, like, with Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
she just goes on a date, and people are like, oh my gosh, what a slut.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, that was what it was. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and
But,
honestly, the whole point of the man was to show that it was like her struggle, just like being a woman and just saying like if she was a man and just did all the same things, like what she was doing, like she would actually be fine. Like no one would criticize her for
Yeah.
anything. But yeah, that's what it was. Okay, any last words for the stream, like self-promotion, shameless self-promotion, I guess?
Okay. plug myself. You can follow me on Twitch, Instagram, maybe not Twitter because I just shitpost there all the time. Yeah, at Kireicos, Kireicos.
I will shout your thing out too.
Thank you. You can follow me there. I stream kind of sporadically on weekends whenever I stream, maybe mentally. I don't know. It's kind of random, especially with work. Sometimes I stream on weekends, sometimes I don't.
I will also post your Instagram in the chat if anyone is not following. Yeah, go follow her, please. Super cool, super nice, super pretty. Look at all these amazing cosplays, you know?
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, I know. And if,
Yeah,
you, and if you scroll down far enough, you'll see her pop star Ari cosplay.
Yeah, you gotta go all the way back. Like, I can't believe I made 400 posts. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been cosplaying for so long. Like, you go way back to my like first posts, it's like all my old causes when I was a kid, and I had a lot of my selfies with my like iPod Touch. Like the quality is so grainy. Yeah, we're going way back. So
also,
yes.
I have a like you can do. We're kind of out of time because I have to start moving in my Discord. But on your own time, I did this. It's like a quiz on ranking different Taylor Swift songs and just trying to find out your top 5.
Oh, okay.
But
Sounds good. Also, did you close the tab with the rank, by the way?
No, not yet.
Okay, can you save that picture and send it to me? I want to show it to my friend.
Yeah, I actually was going to. I just need to. Yes, I'll screenshot it to you.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Sounds good. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on.
for having me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I had a very good time ranking things.
Okay, I will see you another time then.
Yes, for sure.
Bye, friend.
All right, thank you.
Bye. Well, that was May, my friend, or Kireicos. Thank you again for coming on. Thank you guys for showing up to my podcast. I'm also interviewing someone else on Monday, the last day of May. Oh my gosh, May's almost over. I feel like I haven't done enough. But yeah, anyways. That's what's happening. Who we're gonna raid? Let's see. I guess we could raid. Shoot. Sure. Why don't we raid? Okay. Let's raid this person. She's doing a cosplay stream right now, so give them some love. I will see you again tomorrow. Streaming every day this month. Oh gosh, not gonna lie. I'm actually kind of glad this month is over, so I don't have to stream every day, but still, I feel like I haven't done enough. Anyways, moving into my Discord. Oh my gosh, Sophia's already there. She beat me there. Wow, wait. Anyways, here's my Discord. I will send a link if you're not part of my Discord. And this is the raid message. I will see you all tomorrow. No, I don't know what time. I have no consistent schedule. So, yeah. Bye, guys. Have fun. Stay safe. Wash your hands. I don't know.